Good afternoon, everyone. We're not going to meet in a large group this year due to COVID concerns, but we still wanted to be able to communicate directly with each and every one of you. It is really important to me to keep all of you updated the best that we can. We decided to use the Zoom app to be able to reach out to all of you. It is each of you that are important and make this company great. I ask a few of our leaders to join us. If you would introduce yourselves and just say a little bit about yourself. I'll start out with Steve.
Hello, I'm Steve Fitter, Chief of Operations for TC, and have been with Thompson Concrete for over 25 years. I'm married to a great lady and the quietest woman you will ever meet, Sandy, a 29-year-old daughter, Kristen, that graduated OSU and is the director of a local school. I have a 13-year-old son, Brian. His hobbies are hunting and dirt bikes. We live in Pataskal, Ohio, about 30 minutes north of the office in Carroll. When I'm not working, I enjoy hunting, fishing, and riding dirt bikes.
Awesome. How about Brad?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Scott. I am Brad Thompson, VP of Thompson Concrete Foundations and Inferno Concrete Pumping. First, I would like to thank all of you for your efforts, leadership, and positive attitudes as we continue to meet the coronavirus challenge together. Just a little bit of background about myself and experience at Thompson Concrete. I started in 2000 working for Steve Fitter on the residential flatwork prep crew with foreman Steve Sheets. Later, I was part of the decorative concrete stamping crew. And after working with flat work, I started with Bob Sykes as an estimator at the kitchen table when the commercial division was very young. Also, I was building spec homes with Scott under Trevcore Fine Homes. I transitioned over to Thompson Concrete Foundations in 2009, full-time, working with Aaron Dubeck and Brandon Paxton. In 2012, Foundations purchased our first concrete pump, which was essentially the start of Inferno Concrete Pumping with one operator, Brad Harmon. Then Inferno moved into a partnership with Jeff Craiglow and on-site concrete pumping a few years later, with expansion into the trucking business with 2 dump trucks. I can say it has been the most interesting, challenging, and fulfilling experiences of my life, seeing these companies grow to what they are now. This is accomplished by working with great people and leaders that are the heart and soul of the Thompson Concrete Inferno family, following our mission, vision, and values. Thanks, Scott.
All right, how about Bill Patton?
Hello, everyone. My name is Bill Patton. I'm Director of Operations for Thompson Concrete Foundations. My wonderful wife, Jody, and I have 6 children. I am proud to announce that our youngest son, Blade, will be graduating from the United States Air Force Basic Training this Thursday. Yes.
That's awesome.
Very proud.
That's awesome.
I have been working in the poured wall industry for 30 years. Over the span, I have worked for 3 different companies. I have seen and experienced many changes over the years. I have learned a lot from the many great people I have been privileged to work with very few regrets along the way. I only regret one thing. That's that Thompson Concrete was my third place of employment and not my first. I've been with Thompson for 8.5 years now. The decision I made to work for this company has truly proven to be the best work-related decision I have made. It has been very rewarding to be part of the team and the huge amount of growth we have accomplished. The selflessness I have witnessed firsthand from our group has been simply amazing. From the food pantry challenge to the trips to Haiti, the level of charitable involvement made me realize quickly I was at a great place. It is definitely a privilege for me to be a part of this group, and I want to personally thank all of you for affording me the opportunity to work with you daily.
All right, how about you, Jay?
Hello, this is Jay Segura on the Thompson Concrete Construction side. I've been here going on 8 years in December. I was recently promoted to VP of Construction, taking over from the happily retired Bob Sykes. I started in the concrete industry in 1997 in Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, where I grew up before moving to Columbus in 2001. After years of traveling the country and learning our industry, From laborer to project manager and meeting and creating lasting relationships, I was blessed to find Scott and this great company. From day one, I was welcomed by Bob Sykes and given a hard time by the late Randy Wallace. We love you, Randy. I felt like a team member here, and it hasn't changed from day one. It just feels right to work here. My family includes my beautiful wife and patient wife for dealing with me, Donna, and my 3 boys, Mark, Daniel, and Jonathan. Mark and Daniel currently work here, and Mark and Daniel currently work here, and Jonathan will be getting his experience once he becomes of age. My family is my concrete foundation, and without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do at Thompson without their support. So thank you to them, and thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to work with this great company.
Absolutely. How about you, Owen?
Thanks, Scott. Hi, everyone. Moen Wiss. I am current CFO for Thompson Concrete. I've been here for a wonderful 5 years. I guess I'm probably the shortest tenured in the group, but still have enjoyed every minute of it and watching this company grow. My background is actually in public accounting, 8 years auditing clients throughout Columbus and Dayton, as well as several all over the country. And then I did a stint for 4 years in manufacturing before joining this wonderful construction company. I live in Gahanna right now. My wife, Natalie, of 5 years, along with my 3.5-year-old daughter, Sydney, who keeps us on our toes. During my free time, I really love tinkering on anything with an engine.
Thanks, Owen. How about you, Tom?
Hello, I'm Tom Shingary. I'm part of the commercial or Thompson Concrete construction team. I've been with the team for 15 years. Right now, I'm the senior operations manager over some of the best project teams that I've encountered in my 30+ years in the field. I come from a family-owned general contracting company, and I'll trying to think of what age I can put on there, but we'll just go with really young when I started in this business. So after graduating from high school, it was always my goal to join the military, and that happened from '89 to '94. And once back in Ohio, the next few years were spent learning more about the construction trade with large general contractors and other concrete contractors, growing along the way in the ranks with each one of them companies. Luckily, at the end of 2005, I had a chance to talk to Randy Wallace, which led to a meeting all the great guys at Thompson in a construction division that was moving forward with a plan to really move into the Columbus market. I'm glad to say that the best decision I've made in my career was to join this TC team. My family, like many others, is the foundation and the reason we push to succeed every day, starting with my beautiful wife, Brooke, our son, Shane and Nick, and our daughter, Jenna, that is our multimedia marketing manager, along with her husband, Bryce, who is also part of our daily team. Saving the best for last is our 6 grandkids. I'm looking for more team members here in the near future coming out of that group. But I'll close with this. Our company has a vision to keep our momentum moving forward, not only locally, but beyond. And I truly count myself blessed to be part of this team. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. All right, Woody, you're up.
Thank you, Scott. Hello, y'all. My name is Woody Moeller. I'm the managing partner for DTK Site Solutions, a company that has been in service since October of 2019. So we have a little anniversary coming here next month. Pretty excited. I've been surveying since I graduated high school in '95. So if my math's correct on this, about 24 years. Of which I have been married as well to my beautiful wife, Elisa. And somehow we have managed to turn out 3 great kids, Dean, Tyler, and Katie, of which whom the company's acronyms was named after. Amidst everything that's gone on in 2020, we've received some pretty good news here a couple of months ago. Dean's wife is pregnant, and I'm going to be a grandpa. That's coming in January of 21.
Congrats.
So, yeah. 43 years old and a grandpa, and I don't know, but I'm warming up to the idea and really looking forward to it. So some of the things that I enjoy in my free time would be barbecuing, camping, and riding dirt bikes with family and friends.
All right. Thanks, Woody. Got a great team here. I tell you, we're blessed with great leaders throughout our ranks for sure. We start most of our meetings with a prayer, if you guys would, if you'd bow your head. Father, we lift you up and give you praise for all of the good you do here with our companies. You watch over our people, keeping us safe. You give us favor. You have allowed us to help others less fortunate in a positive way. We pray for your continued covering over our leaders and their families here. We pray for continued positive growth, unity, and synergy among our companies and amongst our people. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
In over 30 years in business, there's nothing that can prepare you for what's taken place over the last 6 months with COVID, stay-at-home orders of the majority of Ohio and the other states. We've been very fortunate to be considered an essential business, allowing us the ability to work throughout these tough times. I am really proud of each of you that have stepped forward, working hard to keep our projects on schedule. I am really proud of you for implementing procedures to avoid the risk of COVID among our people. We have weathered COVID well so far while keeping our projects moving along. A big reason we have been able to do so is Owen Wiss, our CFO. He wears many hats. He has stayed up many late nights studying the CDC, the state of Ohio, federal mandates, guidelines, so on and so on. He has written our policies on COVID, guiding us through this exceptionally well. Owen is going to speak now to update you on our past successes and our plans going forward with COVID and keeping us all safe. If you would now, Owen.
Thanks, Scott. Well, first of all, we hope this video finds you, family, team, healthy and safe. Safety, one of our 8 core values here at Thompson, is a commitment to the health and well-being of ourselves and those around us through adherence to our safety policies to ensure every team member goes home safely to their families every day. You know, as Scott mentioned, we've maintained a strong unified front against COVID throughout this pandemic. Early on, we had teammates scouring stores and researching alternatives in order to stock appropriate cleaning agents and build our sanitization stations for the job sites. We stayed up to date on CDC guidelines and other regulatory guidelines as they were being published, often getting communications on new protocols out to you before even some of our larger customers were able to do so. And as evidenced by the lack of spread amongst teammates, you are doing what is necessary, including hand washing, sanitizing, social distancing, and wearing masks to ensure you, your teammates, and your families and theirs remain safe each and every day. It is important to note, though, we've not been unharmed by this disease. As of this recording today, we've had 14 teammates and 1 subcontractor test positive since the pandemic began, and a little over double that total get tested. This includes 2 hospitalizations and several others being bedridden for days. So we are very well aware of the existence and risk of this disease. And therefore, it is of the utmost importance now, more than ever, that we will remain diligent and don't relax on following to the best of our abilities our established policies and procedures. And please don't come to work if you're feeling sick. A few other interesting items of note related to Thompson and COVID. Despite positive cases, we have little evidence suggesting our teammates are spreading it at work or amongst ourselves. In addition, for those still following Governor DeWine's pressers and indicators, our positive test rate is tracking right with the state of Ohio. When Ohio numbers were up, so were ours. And when Ohio came back down, so did our positive tests. Hence, keep an eye on this information to know when we are at our greatest risk. Finally, I will note, since the initial stay-at-home orders were issued, employment has remained strong at just shy of 300 teammates and contracted labor, accounting for over 250,000 hours, continuing to build the essential infrastructure of Central Ohio and Northern Kentucky. We're blessed to be based in a large city stronger than many others in this country, if not the strongest right now, and we are doing everything possible to take advantage of it. So thank you, and keep up the great work. And we will continue to keep our eyes and ears open for the latest guidance, regulation, and best practices We'll communicate any related new protocols, ensuring your safety to you immediately. And lastly, please ensure you get out and vote on November 3rd. Feel free to give me a call at the office if you have any questions or concerns. Steve, over to you.
Thanks, Owen. Here's the Thompson Concrete Construction update. There are currently 151 team members averaging over 5.5 years experience at Thompson Concrete. That is over 900 years experience working at TC. As a team, we can handle just about any job. We've been fortunate to be considered an essential company, allowing all of us to continue to work through these trying times. We have always and continue to be diversified, working currently on 64 different job sites like Amazon, multiple schools, Google, multifamily sites, Facebook, and warehouses, just to name a few. We had an outstanding year in 2019 and have been fortunate to stay strong this year considering the current pandemic. In April alone of this year, we experienced a decrease of 10% of our yearly revenues, with jobs canceling or pushing to later dates. We have been able to bounce back thanks to our stronger than ever estimating team. We now have 4 full-time estimators working with state-of-the-art estimating software that has enabled us to have a backlog currently up over last year. But due to the current COVID and uncertain times, we are seeing tighter than usual margins. As a team, keeping with our vision, mission, and values, we have expanded into West Virginia and Southern Ohio. Now in our second year, we have shown over 100% growth in that new market and look forward to future expansion and opportunities for the TC team. We always strive to promote and grow from within. We want to thank all of you for your hard work to build the TC brand to what it is today. May we all be blessed to grow and improve every day. Thank you. And Woody, with DTK Site Solutions, you're up next.
Thank you, Steve. Again, as I stated earlier, we opened business in 2019, and just like Steve had stated, we're started off pretty good here, and then the COVID hits. We have, well, in early 2020, being winter, being that we're a new company, didn't have quite a bit the backlog, and then along comes COVID. But after second quarter, things are starting to turn around, and we've turned a corner, if you will. So very excited about moving forward here, picking up quite a bit of work and developing some backlog going into the winter and the new year. So let me take a minute and kind of describe, what DTK is and what we offer. So I know you guys have probably seen our trucks and our staff on your job sites, and perhaps we're wondering, what is DTK? What are they capable of? What can they do? So again, we're a surveying company. We are a licensed in the state of Ohio survey company. We can do everything that the competitors can do, but our real niche is, and what we're really trying to do here, or to offer our clients, is a worry-free turnkey survey experience. So that's from inception, so before the design, to completion. So in the midst of turning in, closeout documents, we can help as well with the QC part of things. Now, what this means for our clients, what we're capable of doing. So to kind of explain without getting off on a tangent, we can provide, property pins to define site boundaries. We can survey existing site conditions and submit to a design team. We can lay out during the construction phases. So all different facets of layout we're very well capable of. We build 3D models for machine guidance. So those would be those GPS machines that you would see on site, or the individuals walking around with what's called a GPS rover. We also provide BIM models. That's something that the TC world is used to. That is a building model. We can provide BIM models and look for clash detections for our clients. We have drone mapping. We are establishing points for machine calibrations and quality control checks. So, and as I stated, you know, this is a turnkey service, something that we're trying to revolutionize here within the survey industry. And some of the bigger clients that we've picked up since 19 have been, you know, Rusilli and Elford and the Wall Bridge, you know, along with keeping Thompson companies satisfied with survey layout. Most recently, we've stepped into the home layout or the home staking world, and we've picked up Miranda Homes. So we've got a really good commitment that looks good going throughout the winter there with Miranda Homes. So all of this is overseen by our staff of individuals. There's 5 of us now, including myself. We have Jerry Castle, who's a licensed professional surveyor. We have Mike Cook, who is our CAD technician. We have David McCain. He's our senior crew chief. The guys that you're going to see in the field, that's David. Craig Hupp, another gentleman you'll see in the field. He's our junior crew leader. So, you know, without these guys, what we're doing just isn't possible. So I'm forever grateful for the team. And like I said, you know, just looking forward to the future here, we're really, really excited to develop some new relationships and hopefully set some new survey standards. Thank you. Scott, over to you for TE.
Yeah, thanks, Woody. It's really neat to see the technology and what you're bringing to all of our companies and to other companies too.
Thank you.
I've got TE, which is Thompson Excavation. Thompson Excavation, I want to say a couple words on it. Tim, our operations manager, and Travis, our field manager, have done an excellent job in unifying TE like never before. We have great loyalty now in the office and in the field. And TE just landed a large hospital project. It's about a 2-year project, along with an assisted living project right down the road. We have been on the hunt for a project manager and recently found Andrew Schmelzer, who just came on board this past week. We're looking for great things out of Andrews, and we're real excited about the direction of the company. I'm going to turn it over for Inferno Concrete Pumping and Trucking and Thompson Concrete Foundations. Is that Bill or Brad?
That's me.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott. I'm excited to announce that our team is strongly positioned in 2 great markets, that being Columbus and Louisville. Over the past 12 months, we have also entered into the Dayton market as well. This has made us by far one of the most strategically positioned and diversified residential poured wall contractors in the Midwest. There are some quality companies out there. So to be able to boast that, you know, that's nothing to sneeze at. Our increased market share is a byproduct of the dedicated hard work of each one of our team members. Our past performance has earned us much recognition. We have continued to pick up additional work from new builders. We began working for Miranda, this is the cool part. We began working for Miranda, and this is what brings our family close together. You know, we got our foot in the door in Miranda, and then Woody was able to get in there shortly thereafter. We began working for Miranda Homes the beginning of this year. This addition alone has increased our volume of work by almost 15%. That is a huge amount of growth. And that's something definitely for all of us to be proud of. We are beginning other new relationships in the Louisville and Columbus markets that will only serve to expand upon these numbers. TCF will begin working with DR Hortons and Thrive before the end of the year as well. This again is a direct result of the incredible hard work of each one of you. One thing I want to focus on is the potential for growth. Growth for the company can already be seen. Now I want to discuss the growth potential for our individual team members. One of the many things that we take pride in is the great pool of leaders and upcoming leaders we have here at Thompson. As we continue to expand into new markets, we are in need of leadership and those to increase along with our expansion. One of the great things about Thompson is our willingness and the desire to promote from within. If you have a desire to take the next step, I would like to talk to anyone that is interested in leading any of our new markets. This is a great opportunity for that person that wants to take charge, be at the point when we continue to blaze our trail. As I said at the beginning, I've been in this business for 30 years and never have I experienced this level of opportunity. I encourage you to take the next step. While all our great upcoming leaders and the opportunities that are available, I'm excited to see who will be taking the next step and watching their personal growth. For me, that is just an absolutely phenomenally awesome image, thinking about the growth of our new upcoming leaders progressing to the next level. Shows just how much pride we take in bringing up the next level of leadership and management. Another cool aspect of our company and another great reason to be part of it. One last thing before I turn it over to Brad, I want to remind all of you that we are faced with a big decision just over a month from now. Your decision to vote can be the key to our continued success in the construction industry. Please vote. It does make a huge difference. I promise you that. Brad, I know you want to expand upon TCF and Inferno, so I turn it over to you now. Thank you again to all my Thompson family, and have a blessed day.
That was awesome, Bill. Great to hear about the growth potential that we have and the synergy between the companies with DTK. And as Bill mentioned, we are so fortunate to have opportunities abound for foundations. From working with 2 national home builders with a potential 3rd in our Louisville division, to expansion into new markets such as Dayton and Cincinnati, and of course our ever expanding and growing powerhouse Columbus market, we have persevered through COVID with tremendous builder diversity. Even when some of our competitors have seen a downturn, we haven't missed a weekly paycheck or seen a reduction of weekly hours. In fact, we were blessed to be able to invest in 2 sets of new forms to be used for the expanding Columbus market, and we added to the Louisville panel inventory. 2 box trucks, survey trucks, a crane truck, a minivan, a mini hoe, blanket trailers, a quality control truck were purchased to expand our existing fleet and replace aging vehicles. We are refurbishing our truck fleet in Louisville to maintain our high standards of safety and professionalism. Also, an investment has been made to have our existing panels cleaned and repaired. Inferno has purchased a new Putzmeister 38 5-section Z concrete pump to begin the replacement of aging pumps. This year, Inferno has seen outside beat inside revenue for the first time. This is a great milestone for the Inferno operation to see an increase of customers calling for our services along with our dump truck work. Additionally, this year, alongside our professional ACPA trained operators, Inferno added a full-time shop mechanic operator to help maintain the fleet to our high standards of safety and productivity. And very exciting, last but not least, for our Thompson Concrete Companies is the purchase of 3.5 acres, including a shop on Lockbourne Road off Route 104 in Columbus. This strategic decision will eventually put all of the companies in a great location with easy access to projects around Central Ohio. These are very important investments to allow us to cultivate the culture, growth, and prosperity we all want to see. This success is by and through you and all of us on this team, our Thompson Concrete and Inferno family. This happens by leading from the heart, empowering employees, and making strategic decisions that will fuel our success. Thank you.
Scott. All right, thanks, Brad. Yeah, a lot of exciting things going on there. And that's all because of you. Everybody, is part of this company. We're really blessed here to have great people in the administration, here at the office. Leadership is deep in this company. There's a lot of great things happening. I'm going to take a minute to talk about something that's going to be, it's very important to me going forward. It's probably the single most important ingredient of our company's continued success for you and for our culture. And this is servant leadership. The Bible speaks of servant leadership over 9 times throughout the Old and New Testament. Servant leadership considers the needs of our people. Servant leadership commits to helping our people develop expertise and improve performance that empower us. Servant leadership insists the organization makes a positive impact on society. And lastly, servant leadership is about attitude. It's not just position or skill. It adds values to others. So it's very positive for me to report to you that we have been a conservative company for over my 31 years in business. We have invested in each company, and we've invested heavily in you. And due to this, we are strong financially, positioning us very well to weather the storm that we're in. We actually decided to give more back during these times with a food pantry drive. And I am especially proud of Bill Patton for bringing other companies, and proud of all of you for raising thousands of dollars for the local food banks here in Fairfield County. And you will want to know that we are continuing our giving to local churches. We recently donated a large youth patio area at our local ex-church and had the complete exterior of Vineyard Community Church repainted. And that's a church that Steve's a member of. Steve, how's that look?
Sorry, Scott, I was on mute. No, it looks awesome, Scott. That's my church that I go to. And our company pastor, Pastor Dave Diani, he's retiring now. But Scott, I've heard so many compliments. Our church looked like it was out of the 60s or 70s with the paint scheme on the outside. It's actually a charcoal gray color now. It's very modern, and it really is awesome. Yeah, everybody needs to go see it. It really looks good.
Yeah, I'll drive by there. And Dave Diani's been a neat part of our company as kind of like he's our company pastor here. So it's been awesome. You also want to know we're giving locally to the Refuge and the Creed, along with continued support of much less fortunate people in Haiti, the Dominican, Russia, Germany, and now even Poland. And it's pretty awesome that we can help less fortunate people around the world. Most important during this crisis is our commitment to you. We have given back to you in better benefits, raises, bonuses, along with continued training, thus empowering you to succeed here and at home. It's really important at home. The spouses, I wanted to say something about the spouses are really important to us. Putting with the construction, sometimes not the cleanest hours, and you might come home dirty. We really appreciate the spouses and the support that you give. But this is what servant leadership is: giving back, helping and empowering each other. With this culture, that gives us a great reputation, and it's neat to know that we are now the preferred company that in our industry where people actually, they want to come to work here. Going forward, I am cautiously optimistic about the next 12 months with COVID and the elections. I do feel very positive about us. For you, I believe the opportunity that you're hearing, the commitment that we're making, the investments that we're making, I believe the opportunity to move up and be promoted within our companies is the highest we've ever seen. And we want to continue on a good path of good growth. With continued hard work, along with our culture, we will succeed together. I want to thank all of you for making our company great.